Going on a break, an exciting championship final at the Ultimate Poker Classic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You can become the next WPT Poker Made Millionaire, but you have to play to win.
Jennifer Harmon laid the perfect trap for Phil Hellmuth Jr., crippling the world champ. Now, Hellmuth will need all of his skill and a lot of luck to get back on track.
Let's get back to the action.
Okay, the price of poker has gone up. The ante is now $100 and the blinds are $500 and $1,000.
And what we're talking about, blinds, everyone in the poker world knows what an ante is. You got to put up a few dollars. Blinds are the two bets left of the white button. That's the dealer button. You got to put up a little something extra to keep the action going.
They're called blinds because you have to put the money in the pot before you get your cards. Look at Jennifer. She's getting a little Aruba drink here, looks like.
Yeah.
They're having a great time. They're drinking cocktails.
By the way, Yuha is so excited. They just spotted him hula dancing in front of the crab restaurant out front.
Phil Gordon lays down the 10-7 of hearts. Look at this. Look at Jennifer on the button. She has picked up two aces, the very best hand possible in poker.
Okay, yes, that's the dream hand, the monster hand. See if she can contain herself. And action, Jennifer.
Now notice she just bet $2,000. It's the minimum raise. Now this is going to puzzle these guys. Scotty gets away from his hand. Now Phil Hellmuth in the big blind has picked up a king-queen.
That's a pretty good hand. He's got to try to figure it out here. Is he going to call?
Now look at this. He's suspicious about this raise. This is the very minimum raise possible. The blinds and antes just went up, and all of a sudden she's making a petite, tiny little raise.
Why only 2,000, Jen?
He wants to know if this is a trap. We know why she's raised so little. She's got the best hand possible. Now Phil has a king and a queen here. I'll be surprised if he doesn't call another 1,000 with this just to try to see a flop, but he's wondering, why would you raise such a little amount? And he really senses that this is a trap. It is indeed a trap. She's got the two aces, the pocket rockets, bullets, the best hand possible. She's got them.
Is that what you call him, Mike?
All the above and more when you get them.
Well, she's just doing a little prayer right now. It's the Jennifer prayer. Please call me, Phil. Please, please.
Well, I'll be surprised if he doesn't call. He's got a king-queen.
I don't know how I can fold this hand. I would have moved in if you had opened for more.
Now, granted, he only has 7,500 left, but still, I'll be surprised if he throws this away before the flop for one more 1,000. I admire Phil. He senses this is a trap.
Well, you know, it's been a rough day at the office for Phil. I mean, he's looking around. He can't ever seem to get settled here.
Well, I can't fold, that's for sure.
Talking about moving in.
He's called.
If you beat me, if you bust me, you bust me, Jennifer. Good luck to you.
Good luck to Jennifer, he says. He just called the other 1,000.
Flop comes 5-5 deuce.
Flop comes 5-5 deuce. This flop certainly doesn't help Phil.
Phil checks.
And Jennifer's got the two aces, of course. And Phil checks. Now here goes Jennifer. She's betting 5,000 at this pot. I wouldn't have bet in that spot if I'd have been Jennifer. I mean, had Phil Hellmuth had a pair there with this flop coming out there, he would have moved all his chips in 1 second. He wouldn't have given her any free chances to beat him in the pot. He's short on chips. He wouldn't have been fooling around. In my view, there's no way Phil could have a pair there. I think Jennifer's overplayed this hand. I would have given Phil one free card there. I would have hoped he would have hit something before I would have bet. I might have bet on 4th Street. I certainly wouldn't have bet the flop after Phil checked. I would have given him a chance to hit a card. There's no card he can hit that can beat her. I think Jennifer's overplayed this hand a little bit. Let's see what Phil does. And he throws his hand away.
Sure.
And Jennifer wins the pot.
Well, Mike, it looks like a lot of poker players have come down to watch this match today.
According to the New York Times, 50 million people play poker on a regular basis, and that's in the U.S. alone.
I'm from Houston, Texas, but I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Palo Alto, California.
I'm from England.
South Daytona, Florida.
Detroit, Michigan area.
I'm from Italy.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
From Stockholm, Sweden.
You might think everyone who plays poker is a cigar-smoking good old boy named Cowboy Wilford or Amarillo Slim. You think you know the type, or do you?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a prosecuting attorney.
I'm currently a student.
Building contractor.
Graphic designer / proofreader.
I design websites. I'm in sales.
So, now you know. The guy with the pinky ring and the cowboy hat is probably a lawyer. A real poker player looks like this. Of course, there's always the exception.
My name is Mickey Joe Casey. I'm from Hooks, Texas, and I play a little poker for a living.
Oh, that last pot, Jennifer took the lead. She has a slight lead over Phil Gordon. There are 2 chip leaders. Scotty's in 3rd place, and Phil is down to about the cloth here. Well, the action's on Scotty. Picks up Queen Jack offsuit, and he comes in for 2,500. And here goes Phil, Vince. He's going all in. He's got Ace-8 offsuit. He throws in his last 1,800.
Yeah, I guess he has to take a stand here. Phil Gordon going out, Jennifer going out.
So we're down to the 2 world champions. Scotty has Queen Jack. Phil has Ace-8 offsuit. Phil's about $1.50 favorite here. Here comes the flop. The flop is 10-8-4. Now this gives Phil a pair of 8s. However, Scotty can win the pot if a 9, a jack, or a queen comes off.
Not a bad flop for Phil Hellmuth.
Not bad, but Scotty has a lot of cards to win. A 10 comes on the turn. No help.
Still looking good for Phil. Here we go, last card.
He's got to dodge a 9, jack, or a queen. He's done it.
Yeah.
A deuce comes at the river. Phil Hellmuth doubles up. He's temporarily off the respirator.
Absolutely. He's still alive.
You're watching one of the best, very, very best in the world play great defense.
Phil Hellmuth has a reputation in the poker world for being maybe the best no-limit hold'em player alive. But that's not all he's known for.
I have a reputation for being a bit of a baby at the table sometimes.
I'm not very entertained by your discussion. Either call o'clock or shut up, please.
And I've definitely lived up to that reputation.
What are you doing to me when I'm in the middle of a pot? Tell me what that is. You're not out of line? You started it, not me. I just don't like hearing all this BS in the background. I'm trying to think. Well, I have a right. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay, let's stop it now, huh?
I mean, I'm a competitive guy. I like to win, you know. Sometimes I don't take losing with the class that I should. My self-esteem probably wasn't as high as it should have been coming out of high school. In order to make that transition from low self-esteem at age 18 to world champion of poker, I had to develop a big ego. This last year, I've really made some major steps towards not doing that. It's something I'm working really hard on.
These antics often overshadow an almost supernatural talent.
Phil Hellmuth is very instinctive. He feels people's cards, if that makes sense. Like he just knows when somebody doesn't have anything, knows when they do.
Phil, he's good. That's the one I need to compete. Every event, every tournament, wherever I go, that's the guy.
With 18 years as a professional, over $5 million in career winnings, and the respect of his opponents, why can't Phil shake his other reputation? Maybe we'll find out when his autobiography hits the market. What's it called?
The name of my autobiography is Poker Brat.
Phil Hellmuth is smiling again. He's built his chips up just a little bit now. He's got a little bit over 7,000.
Well, it's a great lesson of survival. Phil Hellmuth knows how to do it. He's been squirming. He's never felt comfortable today, but he's hanging in there.
Well, the price of poker's gone up one more time. The antes are now $300, and the blinds are 1 in 2,000. Now, what that means for Phil Hellmuth, who has 6,500, after he puts in the blinds and antes, he's only going to have 4,200 left. He can't get through one round, Vince. He's got to play a hand quick.
Okay, so because of the money structure, he's a desperate man. The action is going to be on Phil Gordon. He's throwing his bad hand away, a 3 deuce. Now on Jennifer was a queen 4 offsuit. She can't play that. She throws it.
Scotty says, I'm all in.
He's going
he goes
all
all
in
in with a jack 10. And Phil has the Jack 8 of hearts, and he's calling him.
Look at this. He's going to call him with just a Jack 8
Well, he's
of
only
hearts.
got 4 more thousand, Vince. Scotty has Jack 10. Phil Hellmuth has Jack 8 of hearts. They shake hands. They're going for the gusto. Scotty's the favorite. Jack 10 over Jack 8 for Phil. Phil Hellmuth is going to need some help.
Jack 10 against Jack 8 of hearts.
Let's look at the flop. Here it comes.
The flop is 10.
Oh, that's a good flop for Scotty. He
Sure
hits
is.
pair of tens.
Phil Hellmuth is standing up. He knows he needs 2 runners to stay alive in this tournament. Got a 9. There's one of them. He needs a 7 or a queen, Vince, to make it straight to stay alive in this tournament, or he's going to be out.
Last card.
No.
It's a Jack. And Phil Hellmuth, former world champion, the chip leader at this final table, is the first one eliminated. He congratulates everybody, shakes everybody's hand, wishes them all well. A good sport, Phil Hellmuth. It's been a tough day for Phil. I thought he misplayed a hand early against Scotty. Jennifer Harmon set that big trap for him.
You know, he just didn't get the cards today.
Don't go away. The action's heating up on the World Poker Tour. Well, Vince, Phil Hellmuth is out. Shauna is with our 4th place finisher right now.
Phil, it's kind of a shocker. You were chip leader going in. What happened?
I kind of thought I would win today. I could have played a little better. I was a little unlucky in 2 hands, and that sometimes can make the difference. You know, I made 2 pair and Jennifer made a flush, and then I made 3 queens and Phil made queens full of kings. So they're all playing well, and I wish them all good luck.
Back to you guys.
The former world champion, and my pick to win this tournament, Mr. Phil Hellmuth, he is out.
You are the kiss of death.
Well, let's see how the other 3 fare. Phil Gordon is the first to act here.
Now look at this.
Whoa.
Look at this. He's picked up a beautiful hand, pair of aces.
The very best hand possible. Comes in for 4,500. He's got the pocket rockets.
Jennifer has a king 8 of clubs, 2 suited cards. Is she going to play it after those aces?
Calling a raise with a king 8 out of position is normally not her style. I'll be surprised if she calls this. She throws her hand away. And now here comes Scotty Wynn. Now Scotty's picked up a king jack offsuit. Not a bad hand. Does he want to play this hand? Looks like he's going to.
Ready.
He's raising. Scotty is raising. He is going to set Phil Gordon all in, and Phil's going to jump out of his seat. He's going to order another pina colada because he's got 2 aces. He's really going to be happy about this.
I'm all in.
Oh, it's a beautiful feeling. He loves this raise, and now he's going all in quickly with his aces.
Scotty's got king jack offsuit.
He's all in. It's king jack versus 2 aces here. Phil Gordon is feeling good right now. Scotty Wynn is really going up a mountain this time.
What you got there?
Here comes our flop. Ace 4-9. He's flopped 3 aces. It's got to come a queen and a 10 for Scotty to win this pot. The queen came. Hey,
who knows?
If he catches the 10, he can win this pot. What a beat this would be.
You can do it. Hey, Bill, you got to kiss me.
Scotty's up on from his seat.
He's also got a diamond draw. He has a flush draw also.
That's right.
Whoa, a lot of outs here for Scotty.
Phil cracking his neck a little bit there.
This would be something. He doesn't do it. Phil Gordon doubles up, and it seems only fitting since he had 2 aces. Phil Gordon does a lot of things. He's a bridge expert. He's a jazz pianist. The guy retired when he's 27 years old. He's a very unique character.
Phil Gordon is a regular guy. If by regular you mean sort of friendly. Taller than most.
I'm 6'9".
Somewhat traveled.
I traveled through 60 countries, third world, on all the continents.
A bit smarter than most.
Graduated from Georgia Tech with a computer science degree when I was 20.
He's brilliant. He's an unbelievable mathematician. Can figure out things in seconds. Very smart.
Maybe with a little bit of money.
I got a job in California working for some high technology companies. 4 of my coworkers asked me to join them in a startup company in 1992. So I left my job and went to work with them. We built a very successful network management software company and eventually sold it to Cisco, which in 1996 was a very, very good deal for me.
And he's even humble.
Still don't know why Phil Gordon got invited to this pro event, but happy to be here.
Like I said, just like you and me. After all, which of us couldn't stand on a fairway 80 yards from the pin with $500 riding on one throw and do this? Just another day in the regular life of a regular guy, Phil Gordon.
Well, Phil started that hand with 13,000, so Scotty loses 13,000 out of his stack, which is going to drop him down to about 10,000, and double Phil up to nearly 28,000.
Now, Scotty had a few more chips than Phil. Table stakes, you can only lose as much as you have in front of you. Therefore, he can only lose as much as Phil had. So this is going to cripple Scotty still.
That was a serious blow he took there. Jennifer is our chip leader. Phil Gordon's not far behind her, and Scotty is a distant third. Action is on Scotty here. Now Scotty looks down and picks up the 5-4 hearts. Now he's on the short stack, but this is not a great hand at all.
He's injured badly here. He's got to make a stand. He may go for the bluff.
When he stacks them up like this, they usually go in.
10,400.
And he says yes. They go all in the pot.
He's going all in.
Scotty has gone all in. Believe me, he wants to pick up the pot with this hand. He doesn't want to get played with. He has a 5 high.
Jennifer standing up because she has a pretty decent hand.
Phil Gordon passes her a drink. He says, take a swig of this. You might call him.
She's got a dilemma.
Now, Jennifer's our chip leader with over 40,000. Does she want to jeopardize over 12,000 of her chips with this marginal hand, with a king 10? And double Scotty up, making him even a demon at the table. This is her dilemma. Is he putting a move on? Is he a desperado? Is he a desperate character? She's got to analyze this. This is what poker's all about. You got to make these decisions over and over in these championship events. Here she goes. She is called.
She's doing it. She doesn't believe him.
Give her credit. She's picked him off. Scotty, even Scotty smiles.
He's laughing.
He knows that she's called him.
4 or 5 hearts against King 10.
They're turning the cards over. Scotty's sick.
She has king 10. What a call by Jennifer here. Scotty has 5-4. Here comes the flop. Ace 8-4. Scotty has made a pair. Scotty is now the favorite to win this hand.
Good luck, baby.
Queen on a turn.
Next card.
Well, it's a queen. It gives her more outs. She can win this pot with a king, a jack, or a 10.
The river card is going to be.
River card is.
It's a 7.
Scotty wins the pot with 2 4s.
Well done.
Scotty Wynn, who was trying to bluff that pot, got lucky. He made a pair. It held up. He defeated Jennifer Harmon. He has doubled up, and we got a horse race. All 3 players now have about the same amount of chips. What a match. Vince, that was some call by Jennifer. Would you have made that call with a king 10?
Well, you know something? She's saying, hey, I'm not going to be a doormat here. Okay, I don't believe you. I'm calling it. And it was instinct, and it was a good instinct, too.
It sure was. She hit the nail right on the head. She got unlucky not to win the pot, but she made the correct decision. That's what poker's all about, Vince, making correct decisions.
So you back to chip leader now, 20?
30, 30, 20.
Scotty's feeling pretty good here. And we got a battle.
And look at this. Phil Gordon picks up a real hand, a pair of 10s.
And he bets 10,000.
Phil Gordon opens the pot for 10,000.
He opens for 10,000.
Jennifer had a junk hand, 3-5 offsuit, throws it away.
Folds. Now look at Scotty. Now he just won the last pot and he's picked up an ace high here. He's got ace 8 offsuit. Well, he's feeling his Wheaties.
He's going all in and Phil calls.
He goes all in and Phil beat him in the pot. Now Scotty has overplayed this hand in my opinion. He got a little bit too anxious with the ace 8 offsuit. That's not really a premium hand, especially when a guy's bet 10,000 in front of you. Scotty's playing it though. Scotty better get an ace here.
The flop.
Flop is 9-7 tree. Scotty can backdoor straight or catch an ace. Otherwise, he's going to be our 3rd place finisher. Scotty Wynn is down to 1 card. He has got to catch an ace or he's going to be out in 3rd place.
It's over.
It's a 7. It doesn't come. Phil Gordon has knocked Scotty Wynn out of this tournament.
Scotty Wynn, the great champion. A gentleman shaking everybody's hand.
He's heading toward the bar, Vince. Got it.
Might have to sell a couple of those gold chains now to get back to the States. But you know something? He's getting some nice consoling with the other losers. You know, when you lose, it's always nice to see other players that have been knocked out of a tournament. They always seem to be around when you lose.
We see Russ Hamilton and Andy Duke consoling him out there. Scotty Wynn, always a tough man to beat, becomes our 2nd world champion to be eliminated from the pro side.
Scotty, great playing. What happened?
It's nothing I can do there, you know. I always do that. At the end, I always screwed up some way, somehow. I just find a way to screw it up, just like my life, you know.
Good effort. He's a gentleman. But we're watching Phil Gordon now go up against Jennifer Harman.
A fantastic match. Just a beautiful breeze, a beautiful ocean in Aruba. Championship poker. Fantastic day. Now it's down to 6'9" Phil Gordon and 5'2" Jennifer Harman. But like they say, Vince, size isn't everything.
Except for when it comes to chips.
Phil Gordon almost has a 3-1 lead now over Jennifer Harman. One of these two will play our amateur side winner from Helsinki, Finland, Juha Helppi, to determine who gets that seat in the prestigious World Poker Tour Final Championship event. Look at this. Phil limps in with ace-queen here. He's got a big hand playing heads up. Here she goes. She's picked up 2 6s and she's moved in, and Phil quickly calls her. He's quickly called. It's ace-queen versus 2 6s. We could have a champion here. If indeed Phil Gordon knocks out Jennifer Harman, he will be our champion of the Pro Invitational of the Ultimate Poker Classic.
Hold up, the
Flop comes queen 7-8.
Now what is it?
That's huge for Phil.
It's huge for Phil. He's flopped the top pair. Jennifer's going to need to catch a 6 or 2 running cards to make a straight. Otherwise, she is going to finish in the runner-up position. And 8, Jennifer now has a 2-outer. She has got to catch a 6 or Phil Gordon will be our champion.
Let's see the last card. It's a jack.
There it is.
Phil Gordon's done it.
Phil Gordon has done it. He's picked up $250,000. He's won the Pro Celebrity Invitational
Phil Gordon and to Jennifer,
of the Ultimate Poker
place.
Classic. Congratulations to Phil Gordon. He gives her a nice hug. She's smiling. Phil played very well today.
A big score for Phil. He has done it.
Knocking out these 8 players. What a final table this was. Phil Gordon, the noted underdog.
He got lucky, catching the queen. It held up. He's done it. He's going after Juha.
Jennifer Harman, our runner-up. The little lady is going to have to come back again to try to win on the World Poker Tour. And now let's go over to Shauna, who's with our lucky winner.
Bill, you said you didn't belong at this table. What do you think now?
I still don't belong at that table. That's the toughest 8 players I've ever seen in my life. I mean, every single one of them played absolutely spectacular.